Video number 10. Answering messages and converting customers. Replying to the messages of potential buyers when they make any requests may guarantee their purchase if done properly. You must seduce them with your words. Always remember, you need both credibility and sympathy. In order to reach your potential clients and keep them interested, you must be extremely relevant in your messages, giving them the appropriate attention. Users will judge you based on the first impression they have of a message. You must make them feel they are important, and the content has to be good enough for the buyer to believe they are a priority over other sellers. Here are some tips that could help you in answering messages better. 1. Wait patiently. When responding to a request, keep in mind that there are at least 30 to 100 other sellers also responding to that same buyer. The buyer may not even open each response they receive. If you are not receiving a response, do not try to contact the buyer several times. Wait with patience. You can answer other requests while waiting. 2. Always check your inbox. Buyers who are interested may need something immediately. If you do not answer your inbox, the buyer might go to the next seller. 3. Answer requests. Even if the buyer has already purchased a gig, new vendors make the mistake of not answering requests. You can simply respond to the request and tell the buyer that you can handle their requests. You may not get that gig, but it could provide a future sale. 4. Be an expert. If a potential buyer sees that you have a gig with a title that matches their request, the buyer may think that you could be the perfect vendor to handle the request they want. By answering their message, you may look like an expert. Buyers always want to do business with an expert. 5. Have a practical message and a sample at hand if possible. Buyers want their requests to be handled immediately, and they usually want to see some samples. If another seller that replies to the request has a sample, that vendor already has more credibility. 6. Upload a photo of you. Upload a real photo of a human face for your Fiverr seller profile, not a flower, a dog, nor a balloon. There are few buyers or sellers who do not have a photo. It makes them appear unreliable. People want to know the face of whom they are doing business with. If a seller doesn't take the time to complete their Fiverr account, how are they going to fill someone's order? 7. Write something more than, "I can handle your request." Talk to the buyer in detail. One might see the "I can handle your request" as laziness and think that the seller will handle the order with that same effort. You could provide a link to a Fiverr gig which the buyer can request immediately. 8. Invite the buyer to ask you more questions. Without this, buyers might feel that you don't care enough. If they have doubts, they might feel that you don't care sufficiently to work on their request. 9. Reassure your buyers. Buyers will always seek various vendors to identify the best candidate. See that you provide this confidence to the buyer, that it will be you and no one else who will give them what they need. 10. Be efficient. Some buyers publish their needs and then disappear. This wastes the time of the seller. Respond to their message in the best possible way and wait for an answer. If you don't receive anything, then go to the next buyer. Time is valuable. Manage your orders in a practical and effective manner. 11. Ask your buyer to be as specific as possible. Ask for details about what they want and what is required for their request. The buyer is entitled to get what they want, but they should be sincere. If you are unable to comply with their request, let them go to another vendor. Don't lie about your work. This will not be helpful for the buyer once you are done with their service.